mode. If you would all mute, that would be much appreciated. Sorry about that. I think I might have played quite a bit too fast.
Very good. Very, very upbeat. This is a song that I wrote in 2010 called Everybody's Cheating. I wrote it for the politicians, the footballers and the bankers. And I sang it a couple of times. I think that fixed the situation, but it seems to sort of come back on us. So. Everybody's cheating. Cheating ain't good. If you're caught cheating, you'll be misunderstood. It's not my money. It's not my wife. It's not my drugs and it's not my life. Everybody's lying. You know it's true. You lie to me, I lie to you. I heard the hate, I saw the bruise, I felt the pain, just fake news. It's in the papers, it's on TV, and the World Wide Web for all to see. Trust no one, the kids will cry, friends will fight and some will die. Sell your story, tell your tale, take the money, life's for sale. Everybody's cheating, cheating ain't good. If you're caught cheating, you'll be misunderstood. So I think that's fixed the problem for another 10 years.
Yes.
Okay, over to Carol.
I'm going to get my notes.
Yep. I'll go into mute land.
I hope you can hear me. I'll try and sort this microphone out for tomorrow, for next week. Next time.
I'll probably need to turn up, people.
Yeah. Okay, I'll do it. In Bruton town there lived a farmer who had 2 sons and a daughter dear. By day and night they were contriving to fill their poor parents' heart with fear. said to the other, see how our sister do sport and play with that young serving man, her lover. We must see him silent to the grave. They took him on a day of hunting without any fear of strife, and there they did that young man murder in the thorny woods where the briars do grow. And when those two brothers returned from hunting, she asked them for her serving man. I ask because I heard you whisper, pray tell me, brothers, if you can. Oh, sister, sister, you do offend me. Why do you so examine me? We left him in the fields a-hunting, and no more of him did we see. That night as she lay on her pillow, she dreamed she saw her one true love by the bedside where she lay weeping. He was dressed in all his bloody cloak. When she rose early the very next morning, with weary sigh and bitter moan, the only one that she admired, she found in a ditch where he was thrown. 3 days and nights she lay beside him, and her poor heart was filled with woe, till cruel hunger crept upon her, and home she was obliged to go.
That was beautiful. That sounded great.
Lovely.
Really lovely.
That sounded great. So, whizzing across to California, a man who's playing more English folk clubs than anyone at the moment, I think. Riggy Rankin. You're on mute.
I'm on mute. I'm
Back.
board, as they say. Here's, as we say in New Jersey, my dog song. So here's a dog song I learned from Exeter, I guess, a fellow named Bill Crawford, who I dearly love, and I hope you all can go see him sometime. Well, here's to the fox in the earth beneath the rocks. Here's to the line that we follow, and here's to every hound with his nose upon the ground, and merrily we'll whoop and we'll hollow. So drink, puppy, drink, let every puppy drink that's old enough to lap and to swallow. For he'll grow into a hound and will pass the bottle round, and merrily we'll whoop and we'll hollow. Now here's to the horse and the rider too, of course. Here's to the rally, to the hunt boys, and here's to every friend who can struggle to the end. And here's to the tally-ho in front, boys. So drink, puppy, drink, let every puppy drink that's old enough to lap and to swallow. For he'll grow into a hound and will pass the bottle round, and merrily we'll whoop and we'll hollow. Now the pack is staunch and true, and they've come from Centerview. and it's worth the risk to life, limb and neck, boys, for to see them dive and stoop and then finish with a whoop. It's 40 minutes on the grass without a check, boys. So drink, puppy, drink, let every puppy drink that's old enough to lap and to swallow, for he'll grow into a hound and will pass the bottle round, and merrily will whoop and will hollow. Let's hear it for the dogs and fox.
Very nice. And then whizzing up to Manchester.
Right, welcome to Manchester, everybody. This song is a Joan Baez song called Once I Knew a Pretty Girl. And for some, I learnt it right at the beginning of lockdown last year. And for some reason, it's carried me right through lockdown. I've kept on coming back to it. Once I knew a pretty girl, after as my life, I'd gladly give my heart and hand to make her my wife. Ooh, to make her my wife. She took me by the hand, she led me to the door, and she threw her arms around me, saying, please come no more. Ooh, please come no more. Well, I'd not been gone but about 6 months when she did complain, and she wrote to me a letter saying, please come again. Ooh, please come again. Well, I wrote to her an answer, just for to let her know that no young man should venture where once he could not go. Ooh, where once he could not go. So come all you young lovers, and a warning take by me, never put your affections on a green growing tree. Ooh, on a green growing tree. For the branches they will wither, roots they will decay, and the beauty for a young girl will soon fade away. Ooh, will soon fade away.
Fabulous, Kate. Oh,
Now, Martin, have you got a map of California up there? Yes. So you know where we all live.
No, California. California is outside the British Isles.
Oh, it's only the British Isles. Oh, Riggy, you're safe, whereas the rest of us are under threat, I think. So, a song from Martin. who knows where you live?
Well, I know where I live. I don't know about anyone else. I am a poor young apprentice boy, to the miller did agree. I served my master for 7 long years, no longer could I stay. For I fell courting a pretty fair maid, 'twas a little now and then. For I been shamed to marry her, I was so young a man. I called for her at her father's house, it was 8 o'clock at night, and little did she think that I bore her any spite. We wandered through the fields so green, and through the meadows gay, and there we sat and there we talked to fix the wedding day. I took a stick from the hedge, I laid her body down, and then the blood of innocence came pouring from the wound, and straightway on her knees she fell, and loud for mercy cried, saying, Jimmy dear, don't you murder me, for I am not fit to die. I took her by the curly locks and dragged her through the field so green, until I came to some riverside, and it's there I throw her in. And with the blood of innocence, my hands and clothes were dyed. Instead of being a pitiless corpse, she should have been my bride. I went back to my master's house, it was 10 o'clock at night. He quickly came to let me in, and he quickly struck a light. And when he came to question me, what stained my hands and clothes, the answer that I had for him, 'twas the bleeding of my nose. Well, 3 weeks after this pretty girl, her body it was found, floating in the river clear, not far from Eakfield town. And the judges and the juries, they do so well agree, for the murdering of my own sweetheart, it's hanged I shall be.
Lovely, Martin.
Oh,
Right.
Super.
And over to Folkestone. Marilyn, are you down
Well,
there?
it'll take me a little while to get there
Oh, right. Oh, you're
because
not
I'm in
Folkestone.
Newhaven,
You're in Newhaven. So sorry, I keep
a
confusing
bit
the
further
two.
down the coast.
Yeah.
Just about an hour and
Newhaven.
a
I must
half,
write
but-
it down. Try to remember.
It's all right.
Okay, over to Marilyn.
Here's a due to all judges and juries, justice and Old Bailey too. 7 years you've transported my true love. 7 years he's transported, you know. Oh, what is the place of confinement that leads me to my heart's desire? Old irons and chains all bound round me, and a plank for my pillow at night. Oh, my love, she is tall and she's proper. My love's like the linnet in spring. The nightingale sleeps in her bosom, and love do fly high on her wing. And if I had the wings of an eagle, high upon these pinions I'd fly. I would fly to the arms of my true love, and in her soft bosom I'd lie. And if e'er I return from the ocean, scores of riches I would bring for my dear, and it's so for the sake of my true love. I would cross the salt seas without fear.
Lovely.
Very nice.
East Finchley, calling East Finchley.
Hey, here we are. Oh,
Yeah.
right.
He's got one
Maggie.
that I'm going to ask him to help on mine.
Yeah.
Go on, all yours.
Okay. Yeah.
Right, this is an old Tom Paxton song,
Oi.
but I have to admit I don't know if there are any new Tom Paxton songs. Well, rambling around this sturdy old town, singing for nickels and dimes. Time's getting tough, I ain't got enough to buy a little bottle of wine. Bottle of wine, fruit of the vine. When you gonna let me get sober? Let me alone, let me go home, let me go back to start over. Well, little hotel, older than hell, dark as the coal in the mine. Blankets are thin, but I lay there and grin, 'cause I've got a little bottle of wine. Bottle of wine, fruit of the vine. When you gonna let me get sober? Let me alone, let me go home, let me go back and start over. bottle of wine, fruit of the vine. When you gonna let me get sober? Let me alone, let me go home. Let me go back and start over. Well, the preacher will preach, the teacher will teach, a miner will dig in the mine. I ride the roads, trusting in God, hogging me bottle of wine. Bottle of wine, fruit of the vine. When you gonna let me get sober? Let me alone, let me go home. Let me go back and start over.
I saw Tom Paxton twice in Bournemouth Winter Gardens when I was sort of basically I suppose a teenager, and I went to see him because I had this. I bought a book called Bluff Your Way Through Folk Music, and at the back of it, it had sort of Tom Paxton saying sort of don't be fooled or don't be fooled by his gunfighter moustache, or there's more to him than meets the eye, or something. And but I went along in the story and thought how wonderful he was. The second time I went, he sent out a request for anyone who had any requests in the local paper, and he said I sent it out, and everyone sent their requests in. He said like all the songs that I was asked for, I was going to do. And then someone shouted out a song from the back of the room, and he said, well. To be honest, I can't remember that song. To which someone raced up with the Tom Paxton songbook and put it on the stage. To which he got the bloke who brought the Tom Paxton songbook up on stage with him, and obviously opened it up. And he went to the back of the stage and turned round like you would do in your bedroom, and sort of went had a quick practice, and then turned around and did the song that someone had requested, which I as a bit
That's
of
amazing.
theatre was truly, truly wonderful. And in fact, he came along to the Islington Folk Club to see Rob Johnson and stay for the first half. Unfortunately, Rob Johnson wasn't very wonderful, which often he is. But anyway, I'm going on too much. Carry on, Maggie. It's your song.
Okay, I'm
thanks, sir.
recruiting him too.
Yeah.
And don't make follow on a
I'm
bit
just a
from
backing
Martin's,
musician
yeah.
for this one.
Down in Hogan's Alley lived Miss Nancy Ann, always fussing and fighting with her man. And I heard Miss Nancy say, why do you treat your gal that way? Went down in the alley the other night. Miss Nancy and her man had just had a fight. Struck Miss Nancy across her head. When she rose to her feet, she said, you low-down alligator, watch me sooner or later, gonna catch you with your britches down. You use me and mistreat me, dog around and beat me, still I'm gonna hang around. Take all my money, black out both of my eyes, give it to another woman, come home and tell me lies, you low-down alligator. Watch me sooner or later, gonna catch you with your britches down. Take it away. Low-down alligator, watch me sooner or later, gonna catch you with your britches down. You use me and mistreat me, you dog around and beat me, still I'm gonna hang around. Take all my money, black out both of my eyes, give it to another woman, come home and tell me lies, you low-down alligator. Watch me sooner or later, gonna catch you with your britches down. I say, catch you with your britches down.
Yay!
thought it was pretty unpleasant till we heard Martin's.
That was
Whizzing
great.
over to Roger now.
Thank you. Evening all. This is a song from the Copper Family, unusually for me, but it was made more famous by the two Martins, John Martin and Martin Nail. Hope you recognise it. These words were composed by Spencer the Rover, as valiant a man as ever left home. He had been much reduced, it caused great confusion, and that was the reason that he started to roam. In Yorkshire near Rotherham, he had been on the ramble. Weary of travelling, he sat down to rest. By the foot of yon mountain lies a clear flowing fountain. With bread and cold water he himself did refresh. And with the night fast approaching, to the woods he resorted. With woodbine and ivy his bed for to make, and he dreamt about sighing, lamenting and crying. Go home to your family and your ambling for say. Was the 5th day of November, I've a reason to remember, when first he arrived home to his family and friends. They did stand so astounded, surprised and dumbfounded, to see such a stranger once more in their sight. And his children came around with their prattle-prattling stories. They told him their stories to drive cares away. He's as happy as those as have thousands of riches. Contented he'll remain and not ramble away. And these words were composed by Spencer the Rover, who wandered through England and the great part of Wales. He'd been much reduced, it caused great confusion, and that was the reason that he started to roam.
Does it actually say Yorkshire near Rotherham?
Yeah, well, it does here. It also says there's a clear crystal fountain, but you can't see it from the M1. So, sure about that.
But and the grey part of Wales, which is the grey part.
Great.
Oh,
Great.
great.
Yeah.
The thing is, I sort of don't like that first verse too much, because it's supposed that Wales doesn't rhyme with road. I always want to sing he went off the rails.
Well,
Which he did, but...
I just go and change words if I don't like them. I'm deciding that's the folk process.
Yeah, well, I did change the first verse. I put home and Rome. I thought I'd revert to the proper one for the last verse, as near as I could remember it.
I
Cheers,
don't
thank you.
believe his wife. He come home. She said, "Where the hell have you been? What do you think you've been doing?"
Well, Wendy will put us straight here. I think. We'll whiz over to Wendy's house now.
House in Stokey. Okay, I think that the only big thing that has happened in my life for 6 months, today I went to the pub. It was so exciting, and I put on boots with heels for the first time in a year. Amazing what kind of floats your boat after a year of lockdown. Anyway, this is a Bill Caddick number. Sleep on, child, it is not quite day, for the moon has still to set. Oh, the lark, she will cry and bring down the morning to where you lie. But the lark has not risen yet. But the lark has not risen yet. Sleep on, child, while the birds rest on. The cow, she sleeps in her stall. Oh, the meadow stands grey in this dew-down moment before the day, and waits for the lark to call, and waits for the lark to call. Sleep on, child, while the fields are still. They wait for your father's hand, that he will not go, and the sun will not shine, and the cock will not crow, till the lark cries over the land, till the lark cries over the land. Sleep on, child, and heed no sound. Your father may rise in the dark, with his boots in his hand, goes drowsily down by the doorway to stand, waiting for the lark, waiting for the lark.
Super duper. Now over to Paul. We haven't said hello to Paul yet. Good evening, Paul. You're on mute.
I'm not now.
Oh, you're back. Okay, over to you. You okay?
So this is the only Tom Paxton song I know, and the one when I first heard it. This is a song of Boris Johnson and the good things he has done. Does anyone know the original lyrics?
Spyro Agnew.
That's the one. Ah. This is not my room. This room you see me in, this room that they put me in, this room where the shadows come in and block out the sun. This is not my room. This is not my bed. This bed is too small for me. I lie alone in this bed amongst the people who said they once loved me. This is not my room. My room is where our memories lie, where they were born and where they'll die. My room is where we laughed and cried and where we built our dream. This is no weekend break hotel, no panoramic sea view apartment, no green oasis, no peaceful haven, not where I call a boat home. This is not my room. My room is where our memories lie, where they were born and where they'll die. My room is where we laughed and cried and where we built our dream. This is not my room. This is not my fantasy, where I worked so hard every inch of the way. This is not how I thought it would be. This is not my room.
Hey.
Good out.
Very nice, Chris, Paul. Bernard, you're on mute.
I've put an order on the screen, but Chris has finished his dinner. Is he ready to sing?
Are you?
In a moment, just not right now, but in a couple of minutes I will be, after the next one.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll go over to Nick, and then we'll have you. Yeah. And then we'll have me. Okay, radio.
Yeah, over here is where they are. Uh-huh.
This is a Richard Thompson song that I learnt from Elvis Costello. Or, well, from Elvis Costello's singing, I should say, really. This cruel country has driven me down. Tease me and lied, tease me and lied. I've only sad stories to tell to this town. My dreams have withered and died. Once I was bending the tops of the trees, kind words in my ear, kind faces to see. Then I struck up with a girl from the west, played run and hide, played run and hide, count 1 to 10, and she's gone with the rest. My dreams have withered and died. Silver moon, sail up and silver moon shine on the waters so wide, waters so wide. Steal from the bed of a good friend of mine. My dreams have withered and died. If I were a butterfly, live for a day, I could be free, just blowing away. This cruel country has driven me down. Tease me and lied, tease me and lied. I'll only sad stories to tell to this town. My dreams have withered and died. My dreams have withered and died. Thank you.
Okay, so we'll whiz over to Chris, whose digestion hopefully has sorted him out. Okay, Chris, are you okay?
Yeah, I think I'm okay now. We've been having troubles with our internet connection, and I get a lot of interruptions. And my wife's had more problems than I have. She's just had found out that we needed to change our internet connection choice, and so I've just been doing that, and I think it should be okay now.
Okay. Good luck. Okay, right. Bye-bye.
Okay. This is my only April song. So, although some people have heard me sing it already this week, as it always happens, I'm going to sing it again. 'Twas on one April morning, just as the sun was rising. 'Twas on one April morning, I heard the small birds sing. They were singing lovely Nancy, for love it is a fancy. And sweet were the notes that I heard the small birds sing. Young men are false and are full of all deceiving. Young men are false and they seldom do prove true. For they're roving and they're ranging, and their minds are always changing. And they're thinking for to find out some other girl that's new. Oh, if I had but my own heart in keeping. Oh, if I had but my own heart back again. Close in my bosom, I would lock it up forever, and it should wander never so far from me again. So why would you spend all your long time in courting? Why would you spend all your long time in vain? For I don't intend to marry, I would rather longer tarry. Oh, young man, don't you spend your single life in vain. 'Twas on one April morning, just as the sun was rising. 'Twas on one April morning, I heard the small birds sing. They were singing lovely Nancy, for love it is a fancy. And sweet were the notes that I heard the small birds sing.
Yay. Excellent. Rick Hayter did a very good song about walking, and I thought I'd join in the sort of the things. It's everyone's walking everywhere. So this is my quick poem. Sort of I walk away from trouble and all that we've been through, one foot and then the other. I walk away with you. The pathway, the trail being set before by beast and man forever. One foot from the door. The wind, the rain, the sunshine, blue sky, and earth so green, all being in the living world. 4 seasons felt and seen. We walked this world of wonder before Guru and before God, hunter gathering, walking on. over every single sod. Okay, well that's my walking.
That's lovely, Bernard.
Really lovely
Good
poem.
one.
Thank you. Right, over to Carol.
The song that you and McCall sang, I always liked it, and I've never learnt it, but I just thought I'd try it. I've got to read the words though. I was going to get a note actually. It's got quite a big range. Okay. Here's my black dog and my sheep crook, I will give it to you. Here's my bag and my budget, I will bid it adieu. Here's my sheep crook and my black dog, I will leave them behind. Fine laurel, fine floral, you proved all unkind. All to my dear Dinah, these words I did say. Tomorrow we'll be married, love, tomorrow is the day. 'Tis too soon, dear Willie, my age is too young. One day to our wedding is one day too soon. I'll go into service if the day ain't too late to wait on a fine lady, it is my intent. And when into service a year or two bound, 'tis then we'll get married and both settle down. A little time after a letter was wrote, for to see if my dear Dinah had changed her mind. But she wrote that she'd lived such a contrary life. She said that she'd never be a young shepherd's wife. Here's my sheep crook, my black dog, I will give it to you. Here's my bag and my budget, I will bid it adieu. Here's my sheep crook and my black dog, I will leave them behind. Fine laurel, fine floral, you've proved all unkind.
Excellent, it sounds great.
Lovely.
Over to Riggy.
That was fast. Okay. Here's the song I learned. Actually, I just got this new concertina and I held off learning this tune till I got the concertina. So here it is yet again. Come all you brisk young fellows that are inclined. Come all you brisk young fellows that are inclined. See, I haven't learned it yet. Come all you brisk young fellows that are inclined to roam, all in some foreign country, a long, long way from home. All in some foreign country, along with me you'll go. When we settle on the banks of the lovely Ohio, when we settle on the banks of the lovely Ohio. Come all you pretty fair maids, spin us some yarn, and make us all some clothing to keep us all so warm. And you can spin and sew, my loves, while we do reap and mow. When we settle on the banks of the lovely Ohio, when we settle on the banks of the lovely Ohio. There's fishes in the river just fitted for our use. There's tall and lofty sugar cane that'll give to us its juice. There's every type of game, my boys, and always buck and go. When we settle on the banks of the lovely Ohio, when we settle on the banks of the lovely Ohio. The grass is always green, my boys, and the river's clear as glass. There's room for all our families, for every lad and lass. Such beauty in abundance, it's almost just like home. When we settle on the banks of the lovely Ohio, when we settle on the banks of the lovely Ohio. Come on, you brisk young fellows who are inclined to roam, all in some foreign country, a long, long way from home. All in some foreign country, along with me you'll go. When we settle on the banks of the lovely Ohio, when we settle on the banks of the lovely Ohio. The lovely Ohio. Chris Carney.
Back up to Manchester, Kate. You've been moving around the house.
Yeah, well, I was speaking to the lights and sorting out the lights and the curtains. This is probably my favourite song ever. I've learned it a long time, and it's from the singing of Jeannie Robertson. Lord, love that he stands at his stable door. I think I've pitched it too high. Hang on. Lord, love that he stands at his stable door. He was brushing his milk steed down when who should pass by but Lady Nancy Bell. She was wishing her lover Godspeed. She was wishing her lover Godspeed. Oh, where are ye going, Lord Lovett? She said. Come, promise, tell me true, for over the sea, strange countries to see. Lady Nancy Bell, I'll come and see. Lady Nancy Bell, I'll come and see. He had not been going for a year or two. It scarcely had been 3 when a mighty full dream come into his head. Lady Nancy Bell, I'll come and see. Lady Nancy Bell, I'll come and see. As he passed down by Capleton's church and there by Mary's Hall, and the ladies were all weeping for, and the ladies were all weeping for. Who is dead? Lord Lovett, he said. Come, promise, tell me true. Lady Nancy Bell died for her true love's sake. And Lord Lovett, it was his name. And Lord love it, it was his name. He ordered the coffin to be opened up, the white sheet drawn down. He's kissed her on the cold clay lips, and the tears came trickling down, and the tears come trickling down.
Good job.
Wonderful. Lovely.
Whizzing over to Martin.
Yeah, this is a song. This is a song from the American War of Independence, but it could be about any soldier sent abroad to any war. Come, all you good people, where'er you be, that dwell on the land or sail on the sea. Come, listen to the words of a dying man. I think you will remember them. Was in October the 18th day, our ship set sail for America. The drums and the trumpets loud did sound, and then for Boston we were bound. And when we were to Boston come, we thought by the aid of our British guns to make them Yankees own our king, and daily tribute to him bring. But to our sad and sore surprise, we saw men like grasshoppers rise. Freedom or death was all their cry. Indeed, they were not feared to die. When I received my deathly wound, I bid farewell to English ground. My wife and my children, they mourn for me, while I lie dead in America.
I just like the fact that you can actually rhyme America. You just sort of jumble the words around a bit just to get the rhyme in. I think that's well worth doing. I shall do a lot of that in future. Okay, over to Marilyn in New Haven.
In New Haven, yeah. Right. Yes. Well, in New Haven there are quite a lot of seagulls, so I'm going to do this one. Fly, silly seabird, no dream. Sorry, started too high. Fly, silly seabird, no dreams can possess you. No voices can blame you for sun on your wings. My gentle relations have names they must call me, for loving the sea freedom of all flying things. My dreams, where the seagulls fly, out of reach, out of cry. I came to the city and lived like old Crusoe in an island of noise, in a cobblestone street. And the beaches were concrete, and stars paved a light bill, and the blossoms hung false on the store window sill. My dreams, where the seagulls fly, out of reach, out of cry. Then out of the city and unto the beaches, to sun on my shoulders, the wind in my hair, and sand castles crumble, and hunger is human, and humans are hungry for worlds they can share. My dreams, where the seagulls fly, out of reach, out of cry. Sorry, I started on the wrong note, so sorry, I'm going to end there. Better next time.
Oh, it's wonderful.
Oh, that was lovely.
Work in progress.
Work in progress.
Yes, excellent. Okay, over to Peter Mackey.
You got? Okay.
Right.
I thought you were asleep.
No, how very dare you.
Did a good impression of being asleep.
Right. Oh,
I thought he was asleep as well.
Yeah. Pardon.
apparently this song was written for a workshop about ballads to illustrate all the finer points of ballads, but it lacks, does have sudden death, but it lacks murder, incest, or robbery. So there's a few things get missing there. Don't know if you remember the late Tony Rose, who used to write to various folk publications after he'd retired down to his native Dorset, and used to always end up his letters with, well, the apples are looking good this year, things like that. But he announced he was trying to find some sort of specific genres of music, specialized genres of folk song that weren't covered by the general canon. And I think his particular interest he announced was incest and lighthouses. Never found any of those songs. Where the walker runs down to the Carson Valley plain, there lived a maiden, Darcy Farrell was her name, and the daughter of old Duncan, and the fair one was she, the sweetest flower that bloomed on the plain, the sweetest flower that bloomed on the plain. Her voice was as sweet as the sugar candy, her touch was as soft as a bed of goose down, her eyes shone as bright as the city lights that shine in the night out of Yarrington town, that shine in the night, out of Yarrington town. She was courted by young Vandermeer, and quite handsome was he, as I hear. He brought her silver rings and many pretty things. They promised to wed as the snow fell that year. They promised to wed as the snow fell that year. One of her horse it did stumble, and down she did fall. The dying touched the hearts of us one and all. Young Vandy in his pain put a bullet in his brain. They buried them together as the snow fell that year. They buried them together as the snow fell that year. They sing of Darcy Farrow, where the highway runs through. They sing of her beauty in Virginia City too. As the dusk comes around, to a name they drink around, and to young Vandy, whose love was so true. And to young Vandy, whose heart was so true. Where the Walker runs down to the Carson Valley plain, there lived a maiden, Darcy Farrow was her name, and the daughter of old Duncan, and a fair one was she, the sweetest flower that bloomed on the plain, the sweetest flower that bloomed on the plain.
Maggie.
Hello.
Yeah.
I don't think we should bother with a furniture moving workshop tonight.
Okay, we know what you've got. Yeah.
Some
You've
of
waved it around. Yeah.
Some of us on Tuesday heard Elizabeth Block sang a song called The Old Songs Home, about what happens to old songs nobody sings anymore. And it's sort of a partner to our other one. It's more murdering women by hitting them on the head. And it's called John Adkins' Farewell. It was published in John McCurry's Social Harp in 1851, and I think it refers to a real incident some years earlier. Poor drunkards, take warning by me. The fruits of transgression before me I see. My soul is tormented, my body confined. My friends and dear children left weeping behind. Much intoxication my ruin has been, and my dear companion I've barbarously slain. In yonder cold graveyard her body does lie, and I am condemned and shortly must die. Farewell, my dear children, wherever you be, though quite young and tender and dear unto me. I leave you exposed in nature's wide field, where God is able poor orphans to shield. No mother to teach you, no father to guide your tender affections from sin's awful tide. No portion to shield you from hunger or cold. My poor little orphans cast out on the world. When sickness afflict you, oh, when sorrows afflict you and sickness comes on, you'll cry for your mother, but oh, she is gone. Your father in anger struck her on the head. She fell, groaned and languished, and now she is dead. My sorrows o'erwhelm me, my eyes overflow, and now, my dear children, I bid you adieu. Oh, may our kind neighbors your guardians prove, and heaven, kind heaven, protect you above.
Excellent instrument. I like its twang. So I'm going to propose that let Roger sing us up to the interval. Okay.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
I learned this song from my dear old friend Doug Mortar, and who learnt it from a record his dad had. I can tell you no more about it than that, really, except it's called South, I believe. And it's got two verses, and I'll sing them twice because it doesn't last long. Way down below that old Dixon line, where the weather really is fine. Wanna know what I'm talking about? You wanna find out? Take a trip with me down below that old Dixon line, where the sun's so happy to shine, where friendly faces are coming to see. That's where I wanna be, where the folks are happy and gay, and the easy way is the right way, where the bees make music all day. Don't you know you're right next to heaven down south? Now the moon shines mellow and bright, the breeze play tag with the night. Down below sundown, girls, hold you tight. Lordy, lordy, how I love the South. Lay down below that old Dixon line, where the weather really is fine. Wanna know what I'm talking about? You wanna find out? Well, take a trip with me down below that old Dixon line, where the weather really is fine, where friendly faces are coming to see. That's where I wanna be, where the folks are happy and gay, and the easy way is the right way, and the bees make music all day. Don't you know you're right next to heaven down south? Well, the moon shines mellow and bright, and the bees play tag with the night. Down below sundown, girls, hold you tight. Lordy, lordy, how I love the South. I mean, lordy, how I love the South.
A good sunny way to sort of finish off the first half. But we'll now have the interval back at 9:30, and we'll have the Angel Band and then Wendy. Okie dokie.
Can we have have you got any announcements, Bernard? Is anybody?
Trad to Mad is this month's thing, and it's sent out. It's the YouTube thing. We've also, Martin has now got the website up, so all the winners are actually up there, all their names from last year. So their status is secured in the internet, and we push on. Anything else, Nick? Is that Folk London?
It is a Folk London. I have 10 copies of Folk London available to members at no charge.
Woo.
If you email islingtonfolkclub.com with your appropriate snail mail address, I will send it to you by return.
Oh, yes, yes. I've just had the last bit of my birthday present, which was
Oh, the Richard Thompson book, is it?
Autobiography, Volume 1.
Whoa. Apparently, he's not going to write a volume 2 because he thinks all second volumes are boring.
It's quite right as well.
Maybe we'll do Volume 2.
Yeah.
Also, another thing, next week, some people already listen to the folk program on Resonance Radio, but there's going to be a little soap opera on the next 3 Wednesdays at 11 a.m. Called The Corona Sisters. It's all about a couple of North London ladies and various friends and relations in lockdown, and it's written by a friend of ours, and it features, no, it doesn't feature, it has in very small parts the Vibra Slap from Hell and Kevin the Incompetent Policeman. That's me.
Oh, okay. Okay, I shall go into mute loud.
Wednesday at 11 a.m.
Yeah.
Sounds like the break.
Sounds like break. Sounds like the break. Where's my beer?
Been off dancing again, Tony?
She's I might have a beer. We can only see you from the nose up, Tony.
You didn't answer my question.
Oh, I might have a beer.
It was I was the crisp eater for my halftime snack.
What a
They
confession.
sounded delicious.
Yeah. What flavor? It's got a bit of a glare on it.
They
We have a
are
picture of you,
oven
Bernard.
baked sea salt Walker's crisps.
That's better. Speaker view, we can read you. Yeah.
Not great for singing though, crisps.
Don't do it, Bernard. That's what I ate. That's what I ate earlier.
Yeah. The thing is, after eating crisps, you've got to brush your teeth.
Yeah.
Because otherwise all the little bits of starch get turned into sugar by your saliva enzymes and encourage the bacteria to eat your teeth.
Well,
But
science.
there is also a lot of dental advice that you shouldn't brush your teeth within an hour of eating anything.
Oh.
That might be true.
Why is that, Nick?
I rinsed it all off with wine.
I honestly can't remember, Wendy. Sorry. I mean, but it was one of those things that was drilled into my nieces, and they tell me every time, you know, we're camping or we're in the same house for any reason, and they're in their 30s now. They've been doing it a while.
What about these people who only brush their teeth immediately before they have their breakfast?
Well, that's what that family does, and that's what I do as well, actually. But because
Makes
I've
your
been
breakfast
indoctrinated
taste
now.
horrible.
Well, depends how you do your breakfast. If the first thing you have after brushing your teeth is a glass of citrus juice, it's fine.
It doesn't make the juice taste good.
Words to live by.
Whiskey on your cornflakes, sunshine at breakfast.
You say prosecco.
Does anybody have
whiskey on your cornflakes?
Yeah. Does anybody have the issue of not really wanting to brush their teeth at night because they've had a couple of really nice whiskies? And they,
No.
No. Oh, see, I just like having that taste of the whiskey in my mouth, and brushing my teeth is going to get rid of it.
Whiskey
Maybe that's
flavoured
why you have to brush them in the morning.
You could brush your teeth with whiskey.
That's a waste of good whiskey.
I heard about
use whiskey as a mouthwash.
Yeah, I heard about the wine bottle who was asked, if you say you should
spit it out
for anything, what should you brush your teeth with? And he said, a light Moselle.
Oh dear, decadence.
Whatever that is.
Oh, excuse me.
Well, I still think it's worth remembering that past generations drank beer because it was safer than water.
Yeah, that's right. That's true, isn't it?
My wife took me to a wine tasting at the City Lit on Monday morning. This started at about 9:30, and we were doing it on the Rhine wines, and we went through about 5 different wines on a Monday morning. The afternoon is a little bit vague, but it was very good.
Weren't you sipping then spitting?
Are you supposed to spit? Oh no, we didn't.
I thought you were supposed to spit it out when you tasted it.
Yeah, sure.
Well, I don't think you get the full effect. You can't test the heady bit and as it goes down your throat. You know, if you're a connoisseur. Right. Okay. Well, I think that brings us up to time. So, Nick, the Angel Band will now play us a tune.
Going to do that strange and unusual thing for the Angel Band of
And then
foraying
over to the wonderful Wendy.
into French tunes.
Thank you.
pottery comes from. It's Wendy.
Stoke Newington. Stoke. God. Right. This is really difficult. This is a song by Percy Mayfield, but I thought the sentiments were right, and I learnt it from the singing of Peggy Lee. So. Heaven, please send to all mankind understanding and peace of mind. And if it's not asking too much, please send me someone to love. Show the world how to get along. Peace will enter when hate is gone. And if it's not asking too much, please send me someone to love. I lie awake nights and ponder world troubles, and the answer is always the same, that unless men put an end to this terrible sin, hate will put the world in flame. What a shame, just because I'm in misery. I don't beg for your sympathy, but if it's not asking too much, please send me someone to love. Please send me someone to love.
Gorgeous. Well done.
Fabulous. I think Paul's dropped out because he's feeling rough. So we're going to whiz over to Chris.
Okay.
Are you there?
Yes. I don't think I'm muted. Can you hear me?
No.
Good. Okay. This is a song I haven't sung at Islington before, unless you count Trad to Mad, but not in an Islington session. As I walked by the dockside one evening so fair, to view the salt waters and take in the salt air, I heard an old fisherman singing a song. Oh, take me away, boys, me time is not long. Wrap me up in me oilskins and jumper. No more on the docks I'll be seen. Just tell me, old shipmates, I'm taking a trip, mates, and I'll see you someday in Fiddler's Green. Now Fiddler's Green is a place I've heard tell, where fishermen go if they don't go to hell, where the weather is fine and the dolphins do play, and the cold coast of Greenland is far, far away. Wrap me up in me oilskins and jumper. No more on the docks I'll be seen. Just tell me, old shipmates, I'm taking a trip, mates, and I'll see you someday in Fiddler's Green, where the skies are all clear and there's never a gale, and the fish jump on board with one swish of their tail. Where you lie at your leisure, there's no work to do, and the skipper's below making tea for the crew. Wrap me up in me oilskins and jumper. No more on the docks I'll be seen. Just tell me, old shipmates, I'm taking a trip, mates, and I'll see you someday in Fiddler's Green. When you land on the dock and the long trip is through, There's pubs and there's clubs and there's lassies there too, where the girls are all pretty and the beer it is free, and there's bottles of rum hanging from every tree. Wrap me up in the oilskins and jumper, no more on the docks I'll be seen. Just tell me, old shipmates, I'm taking a trip, mates, and I'll see you someday in Fiddler's Green. Now I don't want a harp nor a halo, not me. Just give me a breeze on the good rolling sea. I'll play me old squeeze box as we sail along, with the wind in the rigging to sing me a song. Wrap me up in me oilskins and jumper, no more on the docks I'll be seen. Just tell me, old shipmates, I'm taking a trip, mates, and I'll see you someday in Fiddler's Green.
Yay.
It's a super song.
Yeah, great.
But not traditional.
Who wrote it?
John Connolly.
Connolly.
Oh, right. Okay.
On Grimsby. Sees a lot of fishermen walking by. Well, no, he doesn't anymore. But used to.
Now, I think Tony's been out gadding about with those people up north, like Wendy and Kate in a dance troupe tonight. Is that right? Have you been dancing?
Yes.
Yeah. And where are they based?
Sheffield.
Where's Sheffield? Near Yorkshire, no.
In Yorkshire.
In your
Sheffield.
Near Rotherham.
Near Rotherham.
Near Rotherham.
Near Rotherham in Yorkshire.
Okay, well, that makes it clear then. Okay, right. Okay, Tony, sing us a song.
Okay. Now this is one, God, I haven't sung for, God, decades. I went through a phase of singing songs in Ladino, which is the language that the Sephardic Jews continued to speak when they were kicked out of Spain in 1492 by Ferdinand and co. And they went all around the Med. This is basically, it's a lament, or it's the nightingales are singing and the lovers are sitting under the trees, and I'm suffering from love. Hey, you know. La rosa enflorece en el mes del May, y mi alma se escurece de estar en este mar, y mi alma se escurece de estar en este mar. Los bilbilicos cantan, suspiran del amor, y la pasión me mata, mushigua mi dolor. Y la pasión me mata, mushigua mi dolor. La rosa enflorece en el mes de May, y mi alma se escurece sufriendo del amor, y mi alma se escurece sufriendo del amor. los bilbilicos cantan en a de flor, debajo se asentan los que sufren del amor. Debajo se asentan los que sufren del amor. Mas presto ma columba, mas presto ven conmigo. Más ven, querida, corre y sálvame. Más ven, querida, corre y sálvame.
Very haunting.
Lovely.
There's someone called Peter Stoughton who I did try and send a message to. I'm checking he doesn't want to sing. Because I know there's like Roy and Ben are happy watching, sort of, and listening. Okay, over to Nick.
It's a tune. Variations on Farewell to Stromness by Peter Maxwell Davies.
Excellent. A geisha girl in old Japan winked or blinked behind a fan, claimed she loved a Texan man. Tall, dark, handsome Stetson Stan, in a mosque in far Iran, long robe and beard, a wise man, knew the true atomic plan. Ban the bomb, says Stetson Stan. Emma Peel's Avenger plan. Tire squill real feel fast elan. She says Steed is half the man of heartthrob thumping Stetson Stan. Can't buy a thrill from Steely Dan. or cunning stunt from caravan. No. I'll just start that verse again. Can't buy a thrill from Steely Dan or cunning stunt from caravan. No cowpoke country from the Stetson stand. Exotic dancer, French can, karate kicks like Jackie Chan. She says he's an also ran when compared to Stetson Stan. Eating curry in Pakistan. Rice is nice, but I eat naan. I love this food. No flashing pan. Original recipe, Stetson Stan. Spanish Jewish courtesan lying naked on red divan. Says she knows a man who can make the moves that Stetson Stan. I think you think I'm partisan. He rides shotgun in my van, smuggling drugs through Afghanistan. That's big bad boy Stetson Stan. Rumour says he's had my nan and my mother, sister and Princess Anne. Boy, you've got to say, what a man. Of course my horse loves Stetson Stan. I missed a verse out.
Bring back Stetson Stan.
Huh? Yeah, where is he now, as they say?
Anyone know?
Texas.
Texas. We hope. Over to Carol.
Hold on. Thought I'd do this is a bit different, really. I think it perhaps should be a folk song, but it isn't. Okay. Fear no more the heat of the sun, nor the furious winter's rages. Thou thy worldly task hast done, home art gone and taken thy wages. Golden lads and girls all must, as chimney sweepers come to dust. Fear no more the frown of the great, thou art past the tyrant's stroke. Care no more to clothe and eat, to thee the reed is as the oak. The sceptre learning physic must all follow this and come to dust. Fear no more the lightning flash, nor the all-dreaded thunderstone. Fear not slander, censure rash, thou hast finished joy and moan. All lovers come, all lovers must, consign to thee and come to dust. Fear no more the heat of the sun, nor the furious winter's rages. Thou thy worldly task hast done, home art gone and taken thy wages. Golden lads and girls all must, as chimney sweepers come to dust. That was William Shakespeare, I think.
What Chris was saying, anyone following me was very different. But I think Shakespeare following Puckett is a very sort of apt to major English poets of their generation and London as well. So I think
sounds like a solicitor's though, doesn't it? Shakespeare and Puckett.
Puckett and Shakespeare.
Puckett. Okay, over to Riggy.
I'm keep on getting amazed at all this, the speed. Actually, I had to leave at 2, so this is my swan song for the afternoon. It's afternoon here in California, in case you didn't know. Okay, so what's it? Thursday. Don't look for me while birds are singing. You will not find me there, my child. I am a slave where chains are ringing. Door to knees, mine rue plots. Door to knees, mine rue plots. Don't look for me where leaves are springing. You will not find me there, my child. Where the machines are, lines are clinging. Door to knees, mine rue plots. Door to knees, mine rue plots. Don't look for me where water's calling. You will not find me there, my child. Where spirits fail and tears are falling. Door to knees, mine rue plots. Door to knees, mine rue plots. So if indeed you love me truly, come to me, mein lieber Schatz, and lift my heavy heart from sorrow, make it sweet, my resting place. Mach mir sie, mein my resting place.
Enjoy the rest of your day, Riggy. Okay, we're up to Manchester for Kate.
Okay, this is an American song from the singing of Peggy Seeger. Oh, the cuckoo, she's a pretty bird, and she warbles as she flies, and she never hollers cuckoo till the 4th day July. I'm going to put it down a bit. Oh, gonna build me a log cabin on the mountain so high, so I can see Jimmy as he passes by. Well, I played cards in Texas and I played cards in Maine. I bet you $10 that I'll beat you next game. Oh, the cuckoo, she's pretty bird, and she warbles as she flies, and she never hollers cuckoo till the 4th day July. Jack a diamond, well, I knew you of old, and you robbed my poor pocket of silver and gold. Oh, the cuckoo, She's a pretty bird and she warbles as she flies, and she never hollers cuckoo till the 4th day July, and she never hollers cuckoo till the 4th day July.
Hey.
And we over to Martin.
Fred Gilbert's greatest hit. I've just got here through Paris from the sunny southern shore. I to Monte Carlo went just to raise the winter's rent. Dame Fortune smiled upon me as she'd never smiled before, and I've now such lots of money, I'm a gent. Yes, I've now such lots of money, I'm a gent. As I stroll along the Bois Boulogne with an independent air, you should hear the girls declare he must be a millionaire. You should see them sigh and wish to die. You should see them wink the other eye at the man that broke the bank at Monte Carlo. I patronised the... No, that's the third verse. Second verse. I stay in bed till after lunch, and then my daily walk to the Grand Triumphal Arch is one grand triumphal march, observed by each observer with the keenness of a hawk. I'm a mass of money, linen, silk and starch. Yes, I'm a mass of money, linen, silk and starch. As I stroll along the Bois Boulogne with an independent air, you should hear the girls declare he must be a millionaire. You should see them sigh and wish to die. You should see them wink the other eye at the man that broke the bank at Monte Carlo. I patronised the tables at the Monte Carlo hell till they hadn't got a sou for a Christian or a Jew. And I made my way to Paris to the charms of Mademoiselle. She's the lodestone of my heart, what can I do? When with 20 tongues she swears that she'll be true. As I roll along the Bois Boulogne with an independent air, you should hear the girls declare he must be a millionaire. You should see them sigh and wish to die. You should see them wink the other eye at the man that broke the bank at Monte Carlo.
Yay, Martin.
Great song. Well said. Now, New Haven's best.
I'm going to have a go at playing the harmonica. It might not work with the sound, so make a horrible.
Have you got turn on original sound in the top right hand corner? Oh well, just do it.
Hi, bow. Way down in bottom, 'neath the cotton cord. garden and corn, 'neath the garden and corn, way down in Bardham, 'neath the garden and corn. First time I saw Boll Weevil sitting on that square. Next time I saw him, had his family there, had his family there, had his family there. Next time I saw him, had his family there. Hi, hi, Boll Weevil, where's your native home? Way down in Bardham, 'neath the garden and corn. What's the end?
Wow.
That sounded great.
Great.
Great version. Came across really well.
Yeah. Over to Peter Maggie.
Well, in that case, I won't mute you.
Right, okay, don't worry. Don't worry.
And then Roger.
Put on the guitar. Right, this is a song I learnt from Pete Seeger. Well, not Pete Seeger himself, of course. A record of Pete Seeger's. And it was collected in the Adirondack Mountains of New York State. A little distance from where Maggie lived. Little distance. As I roved out one Sunday morning. Oh, I'll get the picture in a minute. Should be in that key. Just get me.
Can it be a while?
Yeah.
I wanted to text Marilyn because Boll Weevil was so good.
As I roved out one Sunday morning to take the sweet and pleasant air, whom should I spy but a fair young maiden? She seemed to me like a lily fair. I stepped up to her so quickly saying, would you like to be a sailor's wife? Oh no, kind sir, she quickly answered, I choose to live a sweet single life. What makes you differ from all other women? What makes you differ from all other kind? For you are sweet, young, beautiful and handsome, and to marry you I might incline. Come set sail with me to Pennsylvania, set sail with me to that distant shore, say goodbye to old England, adieu to England forevermore. The truth, kind sir, I'll plainly tell you, I could have been married 2 years ago to young John Riley, who left this country. He is the cause cause of all my woe. So I'll not set sail to Pennsylvania, neither go with you to that distant shore, for my heart is with Riley, my long-lost lover, and I'll not deceive you anymore. How when he saw that she loved him dear. Now when he saw that she loved him truly, he gave her kisses 1, 2, and 3, saying, I am Riley, your long-lost lover, and I've returned to marry thee. I've sailed the ocean, gained great promotion, I've saved my money on this English shore, so let us marry, no longer tarry, and I'll not deceive you anymore. Yeah, a likely story. Comes back with a big beard, patch over one eye, hook for a hand, wooden leg, great scar down his cheek.
And not even a broken token.
No broken token.
No,
She should have thrown him out.
It was a broken tokenless broken token song.
Missing broken token.
Okay, Maggie, what you got?
Ask Pete to be my vet.
Okay, right.
We need to recruit some more people to this session. We're so startled at getting so many goes.
Yeah, no, it's going round fast.
Yeah. So old reliables. Yep. You with me? Dad was never easy. He was a complicated man. We didn't call them issues then, but nowadays we can. Moods came and went like breezes, and his tempers left us crying. Although he could not hold his drink, he never gave up trying. He was a hero and a bastard and a campfire singer too. Sorry, I'm being waved at. Nick? Oh, I beg your pardon. He was a hero and a bastard and a campfire singer too. He'd like to have been a cowboy, although he was a Jew.
I scream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream.
Dad took lots of chances, but he never put them back. He made lots of friends, but he was regularly sacked. He told good jokes and stories and improved them bit by bit, and only lied about his past when he was ashamed of it. He'd been a paratrooper, was a bullshit artist too. He'd like to have been Irish, although he was a Jew.
I scream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream.
Dad collected pals like Cowboy Al and Beatnik Abel. At Louis' restaurant in Chinatown, we'd get a kitchen table. He'd take all the kids for ice cream. We were going, so why waste it? 31 flavors at Baskin-Robbins, and they let you taste it. And the battlefields were money, love, respect, and so much more. Mom had had enough surprises when he died at 44. I scream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream. When grief and shock had settled in, and some time had passed, we did not begrudge Mom meeting someone else at last. Dad had had broad shoulders, and his eyes and hair were brown. Bob brought a key for the toothpaste tube, and he was from a Midwest town. And Bob was bold and pear-shaped, and his eyes were blue. He was a school psychologist, and he'd never been a Jew.
I scream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream.
It took some dedication to put up with Gran and us. It was not all bad that he was not dad, and we tried not to fuss. But when we went for ice cream to the Baskin-Robbins shop, it was manifestly evident that he was not our pup. For when they asked if he would like to try a spoon or two, Bob said, "No, thank you, a vanilla cone will do." Ice cream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream. They had pistachio and Rocky Road and coffee and black cherry, butterscotch, mint chocolate chip, maple and strawberry, and flavor of the month. You could try 3 before you choose. What was the matter with the man? What did he have to lose? He must have brought some peace that I could never understand. When my mother came to choose a vanilla choosing man. Ice cream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream. He must have brought some peace that I could never understand. When my mother came to love a vanilla only man.
Oh, that was lovely.
Brilliant.
It is a totally fabulous song, but I have a confession that I stood in the Camden ice cream thing, and I said to my wife, "Oh, good, they've got lemon sorbet." To which the woman behind said, "That is not an ice cream."
No, it's not.
Right.
Oops, wrong one.
Over to Roger.
Thank you. I remember this song from Stephen Grossman. If anybody remembers Stephen Grossman, I think he's still around and playing. I used to think he was very good. Still is very good, as far as I know. But I learnt this in the 60s, I think, and I haven't heard it ever since, I don't think. So it's probably undergone the folk process. I imagine it probably wasn't quite like this, but anyway, I wrote the words down, so let's see. This is it's one of those in the Delia series of songs. A lot of songs about Delia. I think her name was Delia Green, and it's based on a very sad true story. 1900, I think, the incident took place. Jealousy, basically. Well, Delia was a gambling girl. She gambled all around. She's a gambling girl now, she's laid her money down. And all the friends I ever had is gone. That rubber-tired carriage, rubber-tired hack, don't take away Delia's never gonna bring her back. And all the friends I ever had is gone. Now that Cuddy's looking high, looking low. Well, he shot down Delia with his cruel 44. And all the friends I ever had is gone. He said, hey, hey Delia, how can this be? Had time for those rounders, baby, never had no time for me. And all the friends I had is gone. Cuddy asked the judge, he said, what might be my crime? Well, he said, poor boy, you're down for 99. friends I had is gone. Standing in the barroom, drinking from a silver cup. Poor dealers in the graveyard never come up. Friends I had is gone. Delia was a gambling gal, gambled all around. She's a gambling gal now, she's laid that money down. And all the friends I ever had is gone.
Oh, you just get better.
And perfect timing, Roger, because we've found out that Stefan Grossman, he's 76 years old tomorrow.
Really?
Yeah.
Excellent.
Amazing.
It still seems to be going well, which is good. Over to Wendy. Can I just sort of check? There's a Janet down there on an iPhone, and I know that sometimes people on iPhones don't have text and things. Did you want to sing a song? No, that's a no. Okay, over to Wendy.
That was beautiful playing, Roger. I would love you to play with me on this one, but I'll have to sing it on my own. It's a Jimmy Webb number.
Oh, excellent. He's the man. Mind you, complicated chords.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
Good
Go
luck.
away and practice, and then we can maybe do it.
Okey-doke.
If these old walls could speak of things that they remember well, parties and people raising hell, a couple in love living week to week, rooms full of laughter. If these old walls could speak, if these old halls, if hallowed halls could talk, they would have a tale to tell. Sun going down and dinner bell, children playing at hide and seek, from floor to rafter. If these old halls could speak, they would tell you that I'm sorry for being cold and blind and weak. They would tell you that it's only I have a stubborn streak. If these old walls could speak, if these old-fashioned window panes were eyes, I guess they would have seen it all. Each little tear and sigh and footfall, and every dream that we came to seek or follow after. If these old walls could speak, they would tell you that I owe you more than I could ever pay. Here's someone who really loves you. Don't ever go away. If these old
lovely.
That's great, Wendy.
Very nice, Wendy.
Lovely. That was lovely, Wendy. Great.
Over to Chris, then Tony.
Okay, this is a bothy ballad from Aberdeenshire, and it tells a true story from the early 19th century. As I went in by Huntley Toon, my purpose for to fee, I met Boghead O'Kearney, and with him I did agree to drive his two best horses. That's the thing that I can do, to drive his two best horses in the harrow and the plough. Now Boggy had a daughter, and her name was Isabel. She was the flower of the valley, and the primrose of the dell. And when she gaed out walking, she chose me for her guide, down by the burn of Kearney, to watch the small fish glide. When 3 months they were past and o'er, this lassie lost her bloom, and the red fell frae her rosy cheeks, and her eyes began to swoon. When 9 long months were past and gane, and she brought forth a son, and I was quickly sent for to see what could be done. I said that I would marry her, but no, that would not do, for you're nae match for my bonny belle, and she's nae match for thee. So I'll tak my young son in my arms, and joy to him I'll bring, and maybe he'll be as dear to me as the girl that I adore. And if he be as dear to me as the girl that I adore, we'll roam and roam and roam again, as we used to do before. Well, now she's married a tinker cheel, who bides in Huntley Toon. He mends pots and pans and paraffin lamps, and scours the country round. And maybe she's got a better match, old Boggy cannot tell. So farewell, ye lads o' Huntley side, and Boggy's body bell.
Good done, Ross.
Okay, song from Tony, then Nick. Do you want to finish the night off in some way?
Yeah, let's not put it quite like that, but yes, I'll wrap it up.
Yeah, wrap it up.
Yeah. Right.
Okay, song from Tony.
I was fossicking around, and I dug out a slim, oh, you can't see it, bloody hell. A slim volume of things what I have wrote over decades, for Christ's sake. And this is a poem. You need to know that decades ago, I had a moped, and I used to go on mopeding holidays for 6 weeks. So I suppose you don't really need to know that. This is called Memories of a Country I Love. Homage to the sun, the wind, the hills in all their seasons. White moon, grey skies, and sea framed in twilight window. Mist in valley below, chill black night, star clear exultation. Alone on a hilltop with white alien golf balls placed on the far moor, stained glass amazes, gold, clear blue, green and crimson, deep green bathe city eyes, sweet rivers feed the soul. Autumn, when green shades to grey. Sunset flames behind mountains at the far side of the bay, seagulls coasting into land on beaches emptied by winter. An unlikely prince gives safe conduct through his moorside kingdom, bounded by the night lights of 3 cities. Telegraph wires sing me home. Rainbows beckon to the misty hills, never gained till paradise. Pools of clear water, pebbles to mystify, draw into the microcosm. A handful of shells declare the futility of possessions. Soft rain comforts me, dark carved wood strengthens me. Winter's sun descends slowly to sky-bounded sea, gives tranquility.
Very nice.
Good.
So, Nick, are you going to wrap up the night? Not
Yes.
finish us off.
This is at the beginning of the pandemic. I learned a tune called "In the Cold Ground," which is. But I'm not going to play that because we're near the end of the pandemic now, or we're near the end of lockdown now. So this is another tune from Playford called Maiden Lane. Thank you.
Nice one, Nick. Well done.
Great way to end the evening.
Yeah,
thank you.
It's been a wonderful, small, select crowd. We've all been round lots of times. So I think that's super. So 6th of May, next Zoom meeting. Trad to Mad closing date, 1st of May. Chance to meet Folk London free to those who email the Folk Club website.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Stefan Grossman, happy birthday tomorrow. Okay.
That was lucky.
Thank you for a fabulous evening.
Thank you,
Thank
everybody.
you.
Thank you,
Well
people.
done.
Bye-bye.
Thank you,
everyone.
everyone. Bernard, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
care,
you.
bud.
Bye.
Good
Bye all.
night, everyone.
Night.
Good night.
Bye.
Good night.